Hello again. In case you haven't met me before, my name is Stephen Lynch, and I developed the Stratiscape software that you are here to learn about. I'm also the originator of the virtual seismic reality concept that Stratiscape is so much a part of. I like to keep busy. This course is called Stratiscape 101, Stratiscape being our flagship software product. One point before we begin. Stratiscape was originally called the Seismic Terrain Explorer, and you may see that name crop up in some of our videos. We changed the name recently because of a change in focus for the program. Originally, its main purpose was to visualize seismic, and that was about it. But now, with our latest release, we have gone far beyond that. Now its purpose is to visualize not only seismic, but the geology the seismic represents, which, let's face it, is what seismic exploration is all about. Let me show you what I mean. This, of course, is a familiar grayscale display, and we've used them almost unchanged since Amoco developed them in the mid-60s. I would not be surprised if you've looked at a display like this today. If you're anything like me and look at seismic every day, you probably look at displays like this or like this pretty much all the time. It doesn't matter what program you use, if you're looking at seismic, it probably looks very much like this or the previous grayscale display. What the Seismic Terrain Explorer did was, among other things, introduce this. What you're looking at is what we call a seismic wave field display. The science and technology behind it, and believe me there is a lot, is what the Wave Field project is all about. This was and still is the heart of our software, and because of it, it made sense to call the program the Seismic Terrain Explorer, because that is what it did. What you are looking at is seismic terrain, so the name made sense. But now, with our latest release, we've gone far beyond just visualizing seismic terrain. Now, with the addition of our unique interpretation techniques, we've expanded our focus beyond seismic to visualizing the geology that it represents. We call this a Stratiscape display, and in our humble opinion, it is a quantum leap improvement in our ability to visualize the subsurface. So it just made sense to change the name. Stratiscape it is. We hope you like it. Getting back now to the course, the objective behind it is to introduce you to the Stratiscape software. Probably, if you're at this stage, you can download and run it for free. One of the benefits of becoming a research member is that when you signed up, you gained automatic access to it, and also to our ever-expanding library of training and educational surveys. The license will not let you import and work with your own data. You need a commercial license to that. But as long as you maintain your membership, it will allow you to play around with some truly fascinating data in new and totally unique ways. From the very start, I want to put a few ideas into your mind about what Stratiscape is. And the first idea is that Stratiscape is unique within the geoscience software ecosystem. It's not like any software that you have now because its primary purpose is to reconstruct and visualize an analog seismic wave field. Reconstructing a wave field is a very old concept for the music industry, but it is a very new and long overdue concept for the seismic industry. Stratiscape is unique because it's the only program in the industry that does it. So Stratiscape does not compete against or replace any software you have now. What it does is visualize seismic and the geology that it represents. I know it's hard to believe at this point, but those two things, which seem so central to the entire process, are things you've never done before. Stratiscape is going to let you do it, and this short course will get you started. The course is called Stratiscape 101 because it's designed for first-time users. We assume at the outset that if you're taking it, then you probably have just become a member and are curious to take a look at our educational and research surveys. So the focus is to get you up and running as quickly as we can, skipping over any advanced techniques and getting you to the point that you feel comfortable opening the program and getting displays up and in front of you. These are the basics of what we will cover in the rest of the course. There's a lot more to come in advanced courses, but this subset is what we think will get you going with the least amount of theory. To summarize, what we hope that you get out of this course is enough knowledge that you can begin to work with our educational surveys. We will not cover how to create surveys from your own data. That's something for a more advanced course. But if you go through each chapter in the course in turn, then by the time you reach the end, you should have a working knowledge of what these fantastic images are that we keep putting in front of you. I will end by saying that you do not have to go through the course if you don't want to. You can do what I always do with new software, which is start running it with no idea how to use it and then complain about the people who wrote it. But given how unique this software is and how unlike anything else you've ever worked with it is, it's probably a good idea to go through each chapter in turn. It isn't necessary, but I think it'll be a lot less stress if you do.